Hello.
Hey, besties.
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited to recap this. Sorry it's a little bit late, but we needed a night to recover after that.
Yeah, I actually had to rewatch today just because yesterday we drove back from the beach. And so we were in the car for like 7 hours and I just didn't have it in me. Um,
That's a
sorry.
big truck passing your house, right?
I think it was a motorcycle.
That's hilarious.
um, Fast and Furious over here. Yeah, but so we drove back from the beach and I was just like mentally not well. I'm not a good car trip person. I just hate it. And so I watched again today to kind of like reestablish my thoughts in like a better state of mind.
Right.
Which I do feel like it
Y-
helps me a lot watching it through a second time just because I feel like I'm so excited during
Uh-huh.
like when we watch it live and I'm paying attention to the chat and like all of that, that watching it a second time gives me a different insight on everything. So
Yeah.
I highly recommend this week or before next week, y'all go. And even if you just watch like the YouTube, like quick snippet of like each dance, because week one, these are
Or
short little
TikTok
dances.
these
Yeah.
days. TikTok too.
And Instagram, anywhere you get your content.
Yeah.
um, I think it's really interesting because there were some where I was like reading through my notes and I was like, this was bad. And then I watched it again and I was like, this wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Like,
It's always good to have a little night to sleep on it. So I'm glad
yeah.
we had some extra time, especially because at the beginning of the season, there's just so many couples and there's so much to look at. So it's kind of overwhelming. But overall, I loved last night's episode.
I agree. I think that this is the best cast that we've had in quite a while. Not just like star power of it all, which we kind of talked about last week. Which, if you haven't listened to us breaking down who's who on this season, go listen to last week's episode, or I guess it was 2 weeks ago when the full cast was announced, and we kind of go through all the ins and outs of everybody, any drama regarding them, any fun facts, stuff like that. So that's there if you want to know more about these folks. We did some research.
Yeah,
But
our
yeah, no,
episode tonight will already be long. And imagine if we had to do both of those. So.
yeah, no.
So, yeah, but I think I agree with you. I really bless you. I
It's so hard to cover that up.
I could tell you were sneezing. No, so literally I was just blown away last night. As soon as it started and it kicked things off, the opening number and all that, I was just so ready and so excited for the season. I just wrote in my notes, inject this into my veins.
I
Like
know.
this energy, this cast, and everyone seemed to be in such a good mood last night. Like I'm just really excited to break it all down.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that was Stella shaking.
The
I feel
sounds coming from your house.
I know,
Like,
and I don't even have our 4-year-old here. Like I'm alone and my animals and the vehicles outside are just like, anyway, back to me.
is Rachel live in the room with us? I
I don't
think
know.
he's in the room with us.
Where did you watch last night? What platform?
I watched on ABC. So
So
I
did
get to,
I.
yeah, ABC. And I have friends come over and watch. Shout out to Laura, Kennedy, and Emily, and my husband Ryan, my sweet, sweet husband Ryan, who cooked us a meal while we got to sit and watch Dancing with the Stars. So
An angel. An
it
angel.
was really a nice experience. So yeah, I watch at home on ABC.
So I also watched on ABC, but I did when I watched for the second time today. I watched on Disney Plus on streaming, and I don't know if they like. Did it sound like the music was really
At the
muffled for
beginning,
you?
yes, at the beginning, I
It
had the
sounded like
volume
I
turned
thought
up
we
to
were
100.
underwater.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
the volume turned up to like 120 in my room because I was like, what is going on? Something was up with the stereo or
Yeah.
the sound system or something for the opening number. But hey, that's showbiz, baby.
Yeah. Well, on the streaming on Disney Plus, it sounded a lot better. And I was like, well, maybe
Uh,
it was just ABC. I don't know if they fixed it like before it was
mm-hmm.
hit streaming or whatever, but I,
Probably.
I thought I was losing my mind. I was like, I can't hear anything.
Yeah. No, it was very low, but the energy was up. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
agreed. We have a new troop, a brand new troop for four, no returning folks. And one of them is Ezra's sister, which is super fun.
Oh,
And
his real life sister? I thought he was just saying, like, that's my sister.
I
You know?
mean, I actually didn't fact check this, so who knows?
Oh, I think that. Okay, I don't want to get it wrong either because Ezra's probably listening. But I really don't know. I'll fact check it. You go ahead and I'll fact check.
Okay. But yeah, I thought that one, y'all, let's say a big thank you to the Dancing with the Stars gods and goddesses because they have finally come through and answered our prayers for no night one elimination. And we are so thankful because now even the people who maybe didn't do very well last night, they get another shot at it.
Yes.
And I love that so much. I hate that people work so hard and then night one, they're just like, okay, bye, see you never.
Right. So I was very happy about this news because I remember last year specifically when we even broke it down from night one how disappointed we were. Of course, not just with Matt Walsh being the person to go home, but just that somebody went home night one. And I felt like it's so important that these people at least get 2 weeks.
Yeah.
For all the sacrifices that they make too to be on the show. And it's the hard work. So it's kind of like just give them another night.
Yeah. And I think that this was the most nervous I've seen contestants in a while. Like week one, obviously everyone's like, this is no shade. Like I would be pooping my pants. So like totally get it. But I feel like normally week one, like maybe you have a couple people that seem a little nervous. This year I was like, wow, these people are shaking in their boots. They were very nervous, like overall. There were only a couple people that came out with like for real confidence.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But back to the troop, I did fact check you, and you are right. It is his sister, Stephanie Sosa. You're right.
Well, I mean, am I ever wrong? Yes.
No. Yeah, so the new troop members are Marquette Hill, Stephanie Sosa, Caitlin Rogers, and Roman Nevin Chiney. I cannot pronounce his last name. I'm so sorry, Roman, if you're listening. But yeah, so it is his sister. That's so exciting. I thought it was just like, this is my best friend, my sister. You know what I mean?
Well, I thought they favored. Like, I thought they looked alike. So I was like, well, let me not. I feel like they have the same hair. Like, and
totally. Now I see it. But
yeah.
I don't know. I just really did not put two and two together there. So anyway, sorry.
But yeah. I will say, Roman, if you're listening, I really need you to put your hair up, King. It's gorgeous. I love your hair. It's stunning. It's giving Jason Momoa. It's giving, like, it's gorgeous. However, it was so distracting.
Yeah.
I need you to man bun that thing or something.
A nice slick back bun on him.
Ooh,
10
baby.
out of 10. Chef's kiss.
Absolutely.
Yeah, chef's kiss.
So TikTok has also given us, I feel like, a huge advantage on like getting to know these people a little bit more.
Okay.
Because the TikToks are out of this world. Like,
yeah, they're popping off this
everybody
year.
Is on TikTok. And I mean, I'm not complaining. I love to see it. However, I will say some people maybe need to practice a little more than they be on the TikTok. But
yeah, and reel it in a little. I don't really love the like, I don't know, some of the song choices. I'm a little bit like, oh, okay, so we're going there. This is ABC Family. But I'm glad they're having fun. That's the other thing. It's like, we know that that's kind of part of it, the community aspect, the fun aspect, all of that. But I'm with you. I think we need some people need a little bit more refining in practice time.
Yeah. And I also wanted to point out that Alfonso said at the end of the show last night that this premiere, and the show wasn't even over, received more votes than last season, and it's a 30-minute shorter episode, and it wasn't even over when he announced that we had already surpassed the votes of last season's
Incredible.
premiere. So that's exciting. So good job, everybody.
Yes. And also, I mean, this is such a fun thing to just invite your friends to watch, even if they've never watched before or think that it's so cheesy and all that. It's just the best show to watch with friends. It really is.
It is literally my serotonin boost for the week.
So that makes me really happy. Whenever he said that, I was like, okay, so we're gonna get our slot. You know what I mean?
We're so back is what that's telling me.
Yes, we're so back.
And then the last overarching kind of thing I'll say before we kind of get into it is that I thought the scoring was so out of pocket last night, which we did have a grievance with that basically all season last season. And, scoring is always probably the most controversial thing that goes on.
Right.
But I just thought it was so wild. And I thought it was super high. The past couple of seasons, I just will never forget Amon Shumpert, who wound up winning. Shout out to our king. His night one dance got 4s.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
no one got below a 5 last night. And people were getting 8s on night one. And I'm not saying that it wasn't deserved or whatever. And when you have a sliding scale of it's all kind of relative to who's doing what.
Right.
That's going to happen. But it kind of puts people at a disadvantage because the folks that scored so high, where are you going to go for the rest of the season?
Right.
Are we going to break out the 10s on week 3? That's unheard of.
So last year, season 32, Tyson, Beckford, and Jenna got all 4s night one. Harry and Riley got all 4s night one. Matt and Coco got all 4s night one. Go back and watch those dances and compare them to some of the dances that got 5s and 6s, and it wouldn't even be fair. I'm serious.
Yeah, we have a different rubric this year.
Yeah, and you know what? Also, part of that, I can't complain too much because I remember last year being so angry at all of them getting 4s and being like, again, they've showed up here to do this. Let's not make it so low. So, I kind of feel like 5s would have been a really good place to start. I don't think there should even be a 4 panel, if I'm being honest. I think, 5s just kind of mean, hey, you're at the bottom. You know what I mean?
It's putting your name on the ACT.
Yeah.
You get points for showing up.
Right. But anyway, I'm right there with you. I had a really hard time with the scoring last night. But also, on the other hand, I wasn't mad at them for being nice.
No. I like the energy that we were getting from that, but I just thinking long term for the rest of the season, I was like, we might have kind of handicapped ourselves here with people getting 8s on night one because we only go to 10 people.
Yeah, I was trying to see who even scored an 8 last time on night one. The only person who did was Charity. She got 1 8 last season. She was the only person to get 1 8 last season. So that's interesting. But anyway, I'm ready to get into it if you are.
I am too, but before we do, weekly reminder, hi, if you like Facebook, or if you don't, if you have Facebook and you love Dancing with the Stars, you should join our Facebook group. It doesn't belong to us. Michelle Salerno created this place, and it's my favorite place in the whole internet. It's called From Lynn, the 10 DWTS, and it's just a fun place where we all get together and talk about news, drama, tea, and we have a live chat every week where we all go a little bit crazy and feral, depending on who is performing. And we just talk through everything. And it's like sitting around with a bunch of your besties, talking about your favorite show. So shameless plug, go join us if you haven't. And also really quick, if you could like and review this podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, that would be awesome. We are really, this is our 5th season, and the growth that we've had has been amazing, and we just appreciate all of y'all so much. And if you would share it with your friends or anyone who watches the show, maybe not your grandma, depending on how cool
they are. Yeah.
Know your audience. But yeah, just thank you guys, and let's get into it. Let's dump in.
Woohoo! Okay, first up, straight out the gate, Joey and Jenna had a cha-cha to Dancing in the Country by Tyler Hubbard.
So I love this song. I love Tyler Hubbard. I didn't realize for a hot minute that he was one half of Florida Georgia Line, and then when they split, he became Tyler Hubbard. He got his own, personality, his own name. And this song slaps. It was so funny to me that Joey picked this. And I did like also that they told all the celebrities, you can pick a song that's your personal anthem, which this doesn't really strike me as a personal anthem, but I love it. So I'm here for it.
Yeah.
He was super hot. I don't know this man from a hole in the ground. I'm into it. I'm on board. Sign me up.
Yeah. Joey really killed this dance. I agree with him. He has that golden retriever energy. But sir, you're also very sexy. This dance blew me away. We were it was just the perfect dance to start it off. A good looking guy, great choreography, fun music. We were just going crazy at my house watching it. The only critiques that I had, seriously, were just sometimes he had flat feet, but he's going to get so much better. And it's kind of scary that that's how he started night one, because that just means he's going to be really freaking good.
I know, like, he's got the it factor. Like,
Yeah,
he's got the moves. I think Jenna's gonna turn this into, like, she's gonna make him the star.
I
He's
agree.
already the star, but she's gonna, like, whip him into shape, and he's gonna be slaying the game.
Yeah.
And we got our first shirt rip of the season. Thank you, Lord.
I know.
And I loved that he was, like, playing to Bruno at the start, like, putting his cowboy hat on Bruno's head. I was like, you know what you're doing, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then also I noticed that he has really pretty hands when he dances. His arms, and especially for a man, like, not having Tico the squirrel hands is, like, super difficult, I feel like, because naturally, like, having, like, extending your fingers and, like, being graceful, I feel like that doesn't come naturally. But he had gorgeous hands. His extensions were lovely. So I'm really excited, and he can shake them hips and move that booty around, and I think we're in for a treat
Yeah.
this season.
I think so too. I think this partnership is perfect, and they scored really well. They got all seven from everyone, so a total of 21. I thought it was a great score. I thought it was a fair score.
Yeah, I totally agree. I thought that was, especially with him being the first performer, you know, you don't want to score too high because, you know, where are you going to go from there? So I thought it was perfectly scored, and then it's everything that happened kind of after this that
Yeah.
kind of had me feeling a little bamboozled. But
Yeah.
no, I thought this was, I agree with you, a great way to open the show. I'm so excited to see what else that they have for us this season, because I think he's got all the potential in the world.
Agreed. Okay. Next up, Brooks and Gleb had a tango to Piece of Me by Britney Spears.
This song didn't really feel like a tango to me. Also, costuming, shame on you for personally attacking me. Like, what am I supposed to do when I see someone wearing this? Like, honestly, it was giving, I don't know if you ever watched Degrassi.
Yeah.
But it was giving that episode of Degrassi where Manny wears a thong to school for the first time. And it's like,
Yes.
the whale tail is out. Like,
Yeah.
low-rise jeans. The G-string is, like, up on her hip bones. That is what they put her in. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, she already looks like that. Like, can we just, like, chill, please? Maybe a
I
little?
know. I know. I want, because the whole point of the show is, like, you want to see different sides of people. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I just kind of feel like I really wanted, I know that they're really going to play into the flirtatious stuff, and I totally get that. Like, her and Gleb are obviously vibing. But
That's what they're calling it these days.
and, yeah, she definitely just, she has the look, okay? She's not going to look bad in anything that they put her in, but I kind of, like, I feel like at this point they're just going to have her, like, dancing in a bikini to, like, a foxtrot or something in the future.
Yeah.
But to her dance, she definitely had it's hard because she had a presence, because I watched this one again today because I wanted to know, like, was I just being a little bit too judgy or something when I was watching? But yeah, there just wasn't a lot of energy. It's also just so hard. Night one is just so hard, I think, on everyone. So I think she's going to get better. I don't think she's going to go home anytime soon. Obviously, she had amazing legs throughout the dance. They weren't, like, super fluid or anything, but they look good. I mean, she looks great, and she looks great up there with Gleb. There will be, I knew, one of my notes says, there's going to be so many worse dances after this, but this just isn't good. That's what I said. But you could tell that they have the chemistry, and I don't know, they're fun to look at. So
I agree with you. I think also something that kind of hurt them from, like, a live viewing standpoint is that they went right after Joey and Jenna, who had just like, crushed it. When I rewatched this one again today, I had to adjust my notes because I was like, this is not good. I do not enjoy this. And when I watched it again, I was like, okay, this is not nearly as unfortunate as I thought that it was upon, like, my first viewing.
Yeah.
However, it was definitely stiff. She had some missteps. She wasn't really strong in her footing. Like, she seemed very timid.
Just pull me around. Just pull me around.
Yeah. Some wobbles here and there. So it was definitely not as bad as I originally thought. It was not very strong, but it wasn't terrible. It looked like
No.
night one, you know, like
I'm with you.
um so Emily Patterson from the Facebook group said that was like a good BJ. Sloppy but still hot.
Stop. I can't. I know. Okay, also I say this too about other people going forward, but she does have potential. She really does.
I think so too. There was nothing about it that, like, the way that her body moved didn't look unnatural. It just lacked confidence.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
100%. And she has so much confidence. So that's what's crazy though. This show really strips you down like to the just like you're
She was
exposing
a thong and
it also does it figuratively, literally, and emotionally. She seriously, you could tell she's like, I am not comfortable. And this woman has bared it all for magazines.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. But anyway, they got all sixes, a score of 18.
I think that was fair, especially after Joey's performance. I thought that was totally fine. The Skybox interview was giving Alan and Alexis Wren. It was so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
We get it. They're really pushing this like relationship banging narrative a little too hard for me. Hopefully it will dissipate, although I doubt it.
No,
I just hope
it won't.
I hope we don't get a clip of them like kissing at a barn.
Yeah.
And
please don't do that to us. Please.
Yeah, we saw it once. We don't need it again. Haley Jean did say that this was really hot, but it's probably just because they've seen each other's pootie tangs. Which, like, the phrase pootie tangs is something I haven't heard in 40 years. So,
well, I'm glad that they have a good partnership. That's good. They're perfect for each other.
Yes, they love themselves and each other.
Yes, and they know that they're hot.
And good for them. I feel like with that much hotness comes great responsibility. Like as Spider-Man said or whatever. And God knew that I don't have the responsibility to handle it. So he didn't give it to me because I would be so annoying if I was that hot.
Same. Yeah, and that's probably why they're going to annoy us because they're so hot.
Yeah, they just have something that we can't understand.
No, literally.
And you said that Ryan is into Gleb's buzz cut.
Yeah, Ryan was like, I think the buzz cut looks good. I'm like, oh, okay. You're the only one.
I love that he has an opinion, though. That's so funny.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. I know. It is funny. Okay, speaking of Alan and Alexis Wren, the next couple that went was Alona and Alan. They had a cha-cha to Man, I Feel Like a Woman. I
think Alona is bringing out the best in Alan, and I am so here for it.
Yep.
I love their partnership. I'm obsessed with them. Her TikToks are so funny. She posted one yesterday morning. That was that audio from The Office when they have the fire drill. And Michael Scott is like, okay, everybody stay calm. It's happening. It's happening. And she's like in her costume walking through like the set talking to all the other people. And she's like, stay fucking calm. And Alan is like right there with her playing along. It was so good. I think I would die for her. I'm obsessed with her. I think she's amazing. She was so nervous.
So nervous. I was really shocked by her nerves. I think too because it's kind of feels cliche to call Alona and Steven America's sweethearts because they were both the Olympians and they have obviously the most exposure to us over the summer than the others. But I mean, seriously, this woman is incredible and she's so magnetic and you're excited to see her. And I agree with you. I think Alan is bearable this season. I think that I also think he's going to be a good challenging coach for her.
I will go so far as to say that Alan is likable this season. I'm on board.
Yes, I'm on board. Me too. So I loved the package. I loved how strong, like, obviously we know she's strong, but I loved how he was literally like, okay, please don't squeeze my hand off. Like, I think she is genuinely she's taking this really seriously. And I think that that's why she was so nervous. I really think once like the lights hit her and all of that, it really became real. It's like you could see it in her eyes the second that it shifted for her. I was very surprised by how nervous she was. I think she even had good technique, and I think that that's good that Alan's her coach, because you could just kind of see that she really learned the dance, but she just did not perform it because she was so nervous.
Yeah, I think she got in her own head a lot, which like 1,000% is understandable. Especially because like rugby and ballroom dancing could not be more different.
Mm-hmm.
I the footwork was the most promising. It's the upper part of her that was really stiff and unnatural.
Yeah.
We got our first disco ball shape of the evening, which was lips, of course.
Literally.
Why not?
Her and her pretty lipstick, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, give us her scores and then we'll talk about the
Okay.
reaction.
So she got all sixes, so a score of 18. And I think she was just overjoyed and happy that they scored her well. And she was flipping out up there. And it was just so refreshing to see that. Like, to see how excited she was for herself and in that moment was really cool. I loved that.
I agree. The chest bump heard round the world.
Yes,
Somebody
she
was
almost
like,
took him out. She
I
really
know.
did. He went down a step. We rewound it twice so we could watch. He literally takes a step down the stairs. He almost went down.
I would have lost it.
Yeah.
We were talking in the Facebook group and everyone was like, dude, the day she gets a 10, Alan is getting yeeted across the ballroom.
No, he will. He will.
He's in danger.
Yeah. And also one more thing I meant to say. I think her costume didn't fit her well because she was pulling on it so much.
Mm-hmm.
In like whenever she went and met with the judges, and then when she was standing up there with Julianne, like it was cutting in on her, like coming in too close on her chest, and I think she was just uncomfortable in it, and that also was sad for me because I was like, they could have costumed her a little better.
I agree, and you know, it's not because she's uncomfortable with her body. I mean,
I didn't know it was the costume.
She was on a Sports Illustrated cover in a swimsuit. Like, she owns her shit. Like, I think the cut of it was difficult, especially because she is so muscular up top, like her shoulders and her arms. Like, I agree with you. I think it was a little bit ill-fitting. And when you don't feel comfortable in what you're wearing, I mean, that makes all the difference, especially because you're about to be on national television.
Right. So
hopefully, I think she will be around for a long time if America has anything to say about it. And I think
so too.
that she will continue to get better. She has the right attitude. She has potential. It wasn't a bumbling mess. So
yeah.
I'm so excited to see where this goes. And I think the sixes were totally fine.
Me too. Okay, next up, Reginald and Emma. Salsa to Motown Philly by Boys to Men.
Absolute banger, first of all. Good choice, Reggie.
Yes.
The boombox disco ball was out, so we are on our second shape of the evening. I think this is where the budget goes. How many disco ball shapes do we have in our inventory, people?
I know, it was kind of crazy. It's like the amount of because they're not going to be able to use those again.
I mean, I think we've seen the boombox before. I think maybe for like Amon's freestyle
and probably the
something.
lips and stuff, but whatever. But still, like the Rubik's Cube, you know?
I mean, it's very niche.
Yeah.
I love this man. I love him so much. I was heartbroken by this. But I will say, okay, I rewatched today, as we all know. It was a lot better the second watch than it was the first. I think I was so shocked by how little was going on the first time that I watched it that I was just like, a travesty. This is terrible. No one talked to me. But then I watched it again today, and he did more things than I remember. And shout out to the troupe, the two guys in the troupe. When he was doing his little group thing with like the Cabbage Patch and like whatever, they were like gassing him up so much. And I just loved to see that so much. So Roman and the other new guy whose name escapes me.
It up. Marquette, maybe?
Marcus?
No, I think it's Marquette. I swear.
Okay, well.
Another fact check. Okay, keep going.
You know who you are, sir. Shout out to y'all for, hyping up our king, Reginald. It was very pure. He looked so cute in his little, like, bowling shirt situation.
Marquette. I was right.
Marquette.
Marquet. Marquette Hill.
Okay, hopefully that's correct.
I think so.
Marquette and Roman doing the Lord's work, gassing up our guy. However, I think the judges were right when they said, like, we need more steps. Like,
Yeah.
but what he did was not bad. But Emma also, like, she's kind of, I'm not blaming her for her choreography because I'm sure she's limited in what he's able to do. Like, this man is 72 years old. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be more of a challenge. So I'm interested to see what he does next week. His attitude is everything. I'm obsessed with him. He is the purest soul I've ever seen. I want nothing but good things for this man. I just was so sad that it was so lacking.
Yeah. I was worried about how well he was going to move, and my worries were validated a little bit.
A lot of it.
He really didn't. He has, let me say this. He has the stage presence. Like, when he's out there, you're smiling. You know, I was still entertained by the performance quality. The song was good. There was a lot going on. Emma did a great thing bringing the troupe in. Like, it was very well done on her part, because I agree with you. I think she was probably just limited. But there was one part, his right arm was just hanging out to the side. Like, it was doing nothing. And I was like, oh no, Reggie, like, you could move the arm a little better. You know what I mean? But I don't think that they're going to go home first. I really don't. I think America loves him. I think they're going to vote for him to stay. I think he's likable, a lot more likable than a couple others that are down the list. But yeah, I mean, overall, really, really not great. But again, it's night one and he's 72, so I'm really proud of him. Okay, so the scores. Carrie-Ann gave this dance a 6. Derek gave this dance a 5, and Bruno gave this dance a 5. The 6 is just really not warranted here. This is the perfect example of an all 5 stance.
Yes, agreed. The 6 was out of pocket. I appreciate Carrie-Ann trying to bring the positivity. I'm so here for it. However, say nice things in your comments and your critique.
Yes.
But, like, let's let the scores be more, like...
You just can't give that same score to Alona, Brooks, and Reginald.
No, you can't. I mean, you can because she did, but, like, that's not correct.
Yeah. Anyway.
So and I don't want Reggie to have, like, a bad score. Like, that's not what I was hoping for. Like, I was bummed, but I also have the wherewithal to understand that he's not at the same level as these other people. And so, like, I feel like when your scoring is so off like that, it, like, makes everything, like,
it takes the credibility away from some of the other people.
Absolutely.
So yeah, he scored a total of a 16.
And I feel like she was maybe compensating because, like, she loves him and we love to see it and we don't want to discourage him. And it does suck to come on the show as an older person, I would assume, because, like, aside from Barry and a couple of other folks, like, throughout the past seasons, like, most of our older contestants go home fairly quickly. But, like, that's up to America to do that part. Like, your job as a judge is to judge the dancing, and then America will vote to decide who we want to see more of. So I understand, but also, like, don't, you know.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. You just don't. So anyway, weird.
Very weird.
Okay, next up, Danny and Whitney. They had a tango to a bar song. This is the name of this is how it comes up when you search the song. A bar song, in parentheses, Tipsy, by Shabusi and David Guetta. So anyway, Whitney and Danny's tango. What'd you think?
I fear my girlhood crush has come back in full force. I am obsessed with this. I am obsessed with Danny. I'm obsessed with this partnership. I'm obsessed with Danny's mom.
Yes. She got so much airtime. She got more airtime than the celebrities that were there.
Truly. I thought he looked amazing. I thought that he led the shit out of this dance. He was confident. He needs to work on his frame a little bit, which Derek said. But, I mean, still, for week 1 to lead a tango like that, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Amazing.
The other thing we have to bring up is that Xandra Pohl was there and sitting with his mom, which they've been rumored to be dating. And she's like a famous TikTok girl. I think she's like similar to Alex Earl vibes, right?
I don't know because I'm too old. I never really was on board with the whole Alex Earl.
Well, that's like I think and I could be totally wrong
No,
on
I
this,
think you're
but
right. I saw people talking about it and I was like, who? I don't know these people, but
she
like,
was there and it was like big news that she was
yeah,
there.
not to
So
me, but like, congrats. If like I don't know her. So like, okay, great. Love that.
I
Hopefully
wish I
they're
was her,
Oh
but
my
I
god.
don't know
I
her.
am honestly, I don't believe that they're dating because like I think we're dating.
Yeah,
So,
from afar, long distance.
definitely long distance. I think they crushed this. I was a little kind of taken aback by Carrie Ann's commentary about like having more personality and this is probably because of the camera blocking and like we could see more than she could, but like every time Danny and Whitney like were face to face or like when they were about to do like their main pass across the floor and hold for the tango, like he looked at her and gave her this little smile. I thought his personality was out and about. I thought he was so cute. I thought he was so hot. This is a Danny Amendola stan podcast, if you're
I
asking
love
me.
that. I love that. I love that he described himself as dedicated and disciplined, and you could tell that. I think the choreography that she gave him was really hard. She did not go easy on him at all for night one. But she knew he could do it because he's athletic, and she knew he could keep up. And this was just another example of why I'm glad Whitney is back. She knows what she's doing, and I'm so happy she's back because we're going to get to see more Whitney, and we've missed her. It's been like she hasn't been on since like season 30, I think. With Wayne Brady.
No, that
it was
season
with Wayne
31.
Brady, so 31. Okay. So,
or wait, was that last season that Wayne Brady was on? No, that was 2 seasons ago.
was she?
31.
Wait, she was with Wayne, right?
Yeah, on season 31.
Okay, well, never mind. So we've only had like a year off, but anyway, I'm glad she's back.
But
Danny,
it feels like forever.
yeah, I know. Danny, you could tell he was so focused on getting it right. And I really, really enjoyed this dance. So his scores, he got a 7 from Carrie Ann, a 6 from Derek, and a 7 from Bruno. So a total of 20 out of 30.
I disagree with Derek so much. And again, same thing we said with Carrie Ann giving the 6. Like, if you're going to give 6s to like mediocre dances, like this was clearly better. It had more content. In ballroom, especially Latin dances, you have to be crotch to crotch for like your turns and things like that.
Yeah.
Those crotches, they were bumping uglies, dude. So I thought like to have that discipline to like know the like ins and outs kind of what makes a ballroom dance look like a ballroom dance, like with your frame and your, the way that you're in a hold. I think that alone says like this guy knows what's up. So
yeah,
I don't know. I just thought the 6 was kind of unwarranted. I think it was on par with Joey's dance.
Yeah, just different energy. It was just a different energy level because it's a slower dance.
And it's a different style. I think that he has all the potential in the world. I think that America's going to love him. I think because it's really good for him that he's partnered with Whitney because America loves Whitney.
Yeah, it's a good partnership for sure.
And I cannot wait to see what else they do this season. I think they're going to go really far. I have never been so happy to be so wrong because last episode I picked him as someone who maybe wasn't going to be the best.
Yeah.
And it's because you told me about the jerk.
Okay, go back and watch some. Oh, I cannot wait till we get to some of these others. But I think that Danny is a good example too of like what we saw in rehearsals and what we saw on TikTok and what we saw leading up to this 3 weeks ago. He's done so much work in these 3 weeks, and you can really tell. Like, I was prepared to be disappointed by him, so that's why I think I'm so excited that he was good.
I agree with that as well. Yeah, I had the hopes were there, but they were not very high. And now I'm just like, I am on the Danny train, full steam ahead. Let's go, baby.
Okay, next up we have Tori and Pasha. They had a foxtrot to Trust Fall by Pink.
I think that Pink is the anthem of every like middle-aged woman who has gone through anything in her life ever.
Yes.
So this felt very on brand. So Katie Pierman absolutely sent me because she said, I can't stress enough how I didn't know that Tori Spelling was still alive, and I'm geeking.
Stop.
Like,
Stop.
no shade, nothing like ugly to Tori or Katie. It was just so funny because she hasn't like she was very relevant, and then she kind of maybe to me like so I stopped following her. I don't know, but it was just so funny. I think that this was a really tough song for a foxtrot, and I think a foxtrot is really tough for week one. Also, I thought Pasha's choreography was really good for what they were given. I think she looked amazing. Her smile was 10,000 watts. Like, she is
Yeah.
having the time of her life, and I love that. I love to see that. I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was great. It didn't really do a lot for me. But like I said, the choreography was really good. I have this problem where, like, when Pasha's paired with someone, 9 times out of 10, I'm watching Pasha
Yeah,
instead
me
of
too.
the
Me too.
star because I love him. I think he's so talented. I think that she definitely has potential, and she looked stunning. I think she was very nervous again, naturally so. But I think, this was not bad. It was very middle of the pack to me.
Yeah. I think I love what you said about the pink stuff. Like, she's been through a lot. She went through a super public divorce, she's looking very, very frail. She looked
Yeah.
she looked beautiful last night, but she looked so tiny. The mermaid vibe. She was giving mermaid big
It was
time.
so Little Mermaid,
Yeah.
1,000%. The beginning, I was like, wow, is this part of your world? I'm confused.
Yeah. So I liked that it was kind of a made for TV dance. They used like
Mm-hmm.
the somatic, all that stuff. So
Semantics?
no, I meant cinematic, but I only said somatic. But then I was like, whatever. They'll know what I meant. They'll know what I meant.
God.
It was cinematic, like with the waves and all that. That's what I meant to say. I'm so sorry, y'all. We're doing this after a full day's work, lest we not forget. But anyway, I thought it was very loosey goosey, but she had so much fun. She was so nervous, but her energy was so great, and she just seemed so happy to be there. I think she's a perfect example of someone who's not going to win and knows they're not going to win, but they're going to go out there and have fun. And so
Oh my God.
I mean, it's true.
No, you're not wrong. It's just, I can't believe you just like said it like that. I mean, it's just so true. It's not wrong and it's not ugly. It's just like,
It's just, I think Tori kind of knows that too. She's like, I'm doing this for fun. I should have done this years ago. Why did I wait so long? She says that. She's like, why did I wait so long to do this? This is amazing. I should have done this sooner. And like, I agree. She should have done it sooner. But anyway, so her scores were a 6 from Carrie Ann, a 6 from Derek, and a 5 from Bruno. So 17 out of 30.
I think this could have been an all 6 dance. I think it was on par with Brooks and Ilona. I don't think there was anything really bad about it, but it was also not very memorable to me.
Yeah.
When I watched it a second time, I felt the same way I did the first time I watched it. But I'm just really happy that she's happy to be there and having a good time. And I think Pasha is going to be such an awesome partner for her. So I'm really excited. I don't know why I have all these trucks and motorcycles. I don't know if you can hear that.
It's Memphis, baby.
Gang, gang. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I think she'll be around for a while. I don't think she's going home anytime soon.
No, me either. I didn't mean that like she's going home tomorrow. But it's very much like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think that enough people like her and she's got the right attitude that she's not in jeopardy of like getting the boot super early.
I would a million times rather watch someone who's happy to be there than someone who isn't. A million times over, even if they're not a good dancer. So anyway, I'm proud of her and I enjoyed it. Okay, next up we have Jen and Sasha. They had a Cha-Cha to Flowers by Miley Cyrus.
I'm so over this song. I'm really sorry. I hate it.
The cover was bad.
I mean, and then we had a Broken Heart disco ball.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. This felt very Ariana Madix to me, but not as good. But okay, so
but still good.
Yeah, it was still good. Like, I think she is cute as a button. Like, I don't know this person. I love her though. Like, I think she is so sweet. I'm so happy that she has Sasha, who's so fun and bubbly and like just a little goofball. I think it's gonna be really good for her. I hope he choreographs her dances really well this season because I think she has a lot of potential. So I didn't know, which shout out to Annabelle Forward in the Facebook group for filling us in. So I don't know if like legally she can like file any kind of lawsuit against ABC for how they fumbled the bag here with her season, but Annabelle explained that ABC failed at their background check for the guys on Jen's season. Because
Yeah.
the guy that she got engaged to at the end, who wound up being a loser
A loser.
douchebag,
Yeah.
he had abuse allegations against him previously, and his ex has a restraining order against him. So, like, he never should have been on the show in the first place.
Oh, I didn't know it
So,
was the guy she was engaged to. So I thought the other guy, I didn't watch either, but I thought like the bottom two, I thought it was the other one had the domestic abuse stuff.
it was Jonathan, right? Was the other guy?
I guess. I thought it
Because
was like
now
a Michael.
it could be any guy. It just any generic guy. I
Yeah.
don't know. But I mean, if it wasn't the guy that she got engaged to, which
Regardless,
I get,
they failed at their job.
correct. That's so unfortunate. It's so unprofessional. Shame on you, Bachelor franchise, because this woman could have been put in a terrible situation because you didn't do your job. So, like, I hope that she gets all the justice in the world. I don't know if she gets to secure a bag with any kind of,
Or if they're like, here, we're
breach
going to
of-
treat you like royalty. Please do Dancing with the Stars next. Like, I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm so sad for her. That's so unfortunate. I feel
Yeah.
like she just kind of had a really bad
So
outcome
they
from her
also,
season.
yeah, they also didn't. So apparently it was going to be this Daisy girl who was on Joey's season because Jen came in 5th place on Joey's season. So he sent her home right before the hometowns. The last two girls, I think it was Daisy and then the girl he's engaged to now, but Daisy was Kelsey. Daisy was the other girl that was in the bottom two. And apparently they like casted all the guys for it to be Daisy's bachelorette instead of Jen's. And like, they never recast the guys. So Jen just kind of got what was already cast. And obviously we already know they didn't do their job once, but like, why wouldn't they try and put out other guys who are like, hey, I actually want to go on because Jen is the bachelorette. So
Yeah, that's
weird.
unfortunate.
But anyway, I thought their outfits looked amazing. I thought the orange looked so good on both of them. I was really happy with their costume. It was one of the costumes that kind of stood out to me last night. Obviously not just because it was so bright, but I also just thought it looked really good on them. Sasha's choreography was good last night. I was really happy to see it. There were times where her feet just like were not together at all. But again, night one, I was so shocked by how good she was and how much I enjoyed her dance.
I agree. I had zero expectations because I don't know this woman. I was pleasantly surprised. I thought she has a ton of potential. I think she moves well. She was slinging that fringe around on her skirt like a pro. But I think her footwork was a little sloppy. I think the whole thing was a little, like you said, loosey-goosey. So they just need to clean that up. But again, it's week one. Like, and
she's going to get there.
She came in at the 11th hour. So yeah. I feel like it was a really strong week one dance for her. Yeah. And I'm excited to see what the rest of the season holds for her. I think she's got a lot of potential and I'm excited.
Me too. So Kirian gave her a 7, Derek a 6, and Bruno a 6. What do you think about that? So total of 19.
I think she could have gotten 2 7s, but I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, me either. It feels pretty fair for night one. So, okay. Next up, we had Chandler and Brandon. They had a tango to HOTTOGO.
That cover was so criminal. Straight to jail. Everyone involved in that.
What about my singing?
I mean, it was leaps and bounds better than
Thank you.
Right
Thank
to
you.
Live.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So obviously, I picked her as my winner for this season. And y'all all know I always have such a bone to pick with people who have dance experience. But I think I realized that my biggest issue is the people that have dance experience but try to like pretend like they don't. I think that's the one that gets me so bad. And she is a Disney Channel star. Disney Channel picks people who are a triple threat. They can sing, they can dance, they can act. That is their formula for making a Disney Channel star. So obviously, she's going to have dance experience.
Well, most stars too. Like it's
especially as a female. Yes, like dance is part, and a ton of little girls grow up doing dance. I did dance when I was a little girl. Like hello. So I'm putting that aside, and she was definitely the standout of the premiere. We knew she was going to be great. She proved it. Brandon nailed it with the choreography. I think that this was so amazing. It was hot to go, honestly.
Yeah.
I just loved it. I cannot wait to see what else she does. You had when you said that you think she's gonna get the Heather Morris treatment.
That was a text I sent to Katie. So that's a text I sent her. I haven't said it out loud on the podcast yet.
Oh, surprise! Sorry.
Oh, no, I was just saying in case, because they might think, wait, when did she say that?
Oh. Yeah, but I think I fear you may be right on that.
And it's not because I want to be. Like, it's not, okay, so her lines were immediately perfect out the gate. She's by far the best. To me, I mean, I know a lot of people are trying to say that there's not really a night one exclusive shine. Like, there's not Chandler Kinney and then, like, everyone else sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like Chandler Kinney, a lot of other really good people that have potential, and then a couple that are not good. Chandler is still the best right now. The camera loves her. The costuming was perfect. Brandon has his crown jewel for the first time ever. Like, this is the best partnership, I think, too. They actually look alike and they favor each other, and they just look like they're meant to be partners.
And their relationship, like, based on, like, again, TikTok and, like, the way that they interact, I think they truly, like, they have such good chemistry as partners that it's going to do them so well.
Yeah. These two have the superstar factor. They are show-stopping, they are adorable, and they are fun. And I think that she's also super, super talented. What I told Katie in my text, this is just it might be kind of like an unsubstantiated fear, because Sochi just won. A lot of people didn't know who Sochi was, okay? So I could very much be wrong. This is either going to be a Sochi situation or a Heather Morris situation. And if you remember Heather Morris, I think it's season 29, right? 28 or 29.
No, I think it was
oh my God,
than that.
Wait, way longer. That was way longer. But Heather Morris
was the same season as Normani, right?
Yeah, that's why I think it was kind of recent, like 28 or 29.
No.
But we'll figure it out. Again, we'll fact check ourselves. But Heather Morris from Glee was on the show, and she was by far the most talented, the best dancer, but she did not pull the votes. And I'm just kind of scared that that's going to happen here to Chandler. But then Sarah Maloof quickly told me that Chandler has 1.2 million followers on TikTok, which I didn't know because I really try not to be on TikTok too much. But yeah, so I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm just a little nervous that I think she'll make the finale, but I don't think she's going to win. That's an early prediction. Sorry.
Heather Morris.
And I'm sorry to say.
She was on season 24.
Oh, okay. So just like 4 off. Okay, not that bad. They honestly all run together at this point.
I know. When you've watched so many, you're just like, they were all.
It's like that could not have been 10 seasons ago. Like, that's what's crazy to me. But anyway, so she got an 8 from Carrie-Anne, a 7 from Derek, and 8 from Bruno. What'd you think?
I think that's totally perfect. I think that's a great score. Again, I'm still so surprised that we have 8s on night 1. Just because I'm like, okay, the bar is really high. Like, where else are we going to go when 10 is the ceiling, you know?
I'm with you.
I loved that Derek did the spell out of Hot to Go. I thought that was so fun.
That was very, very Derek.
And then Kelly Marte made a comment that absolutely sent me. She said, my 4-year-old can't spell her name, but she can spell Hot to Go.
That's so good. And it's so true.
Educating the youth of America. Shout out Chapel Roan.
Thank you. Okay, next up. Dwight and Daniela. They had a salsa to This Is How We Do It.
Another banger. Shout out. The vibes were vibing.
Yes.
When he picked her up, and she's just like a pencil. Like, he just like picks her up off the ground, no effort, and she turns and looks at the camera like she's on an episode of The Office, just like, y'all see this? I died. Daniela can do no wrong in my eyes ever.
Mine either.
I mean, golly, we thought Amon was a challenge. This guy is 6 inches taller than Amon.
It's crazy.
I was so impressed. Like, he has rhythm. He's got a natural ability. He moves well. I think their biggest challenges are going to be when it comes to your more traditional ballroom styles where hold and frame are so important.
Yes.
But I feel so good about the way that this started. And I cannot wait to see what else they have. I think America loves Daniela. I think Dwight is super likable. So I feel like they're going to be around for a long time.
Yeah, and it was cool that Carrie Ann didn't make a bunch of comments about the lifts and just like let it happen. She like let every single person get away with a lift last night without saying one thing. So this height difference is crazy to
Yeah.
see. But also the energy was so crazy. It felt like a freestyle dance. It was so hype. It was so fun. I am right there with you. I think the foxtrots are going to be super hard on them. The
Yeah.
tangos, the Argentine
the
tango.
Viennese waltz.
Yeah, the Viennese waltz, like all those dances, it's going to be awkward, possibly. But also, I think that's why Danielle is the perfect one for him because she had the experience, and they were like, "Danielle, you're doing
And
this again."
she's just so creative. Like the way her brain works, I just like it. I cannot imagine. Like
She makes moments. Like you could take a screenshot of any one of her dances, and it's a photo. Like she
Yeah.
seriously knows what she's doing. She knows how to do this for TV. It's really cool. She's so talented.
I think she is my very favorite pro
Ooh,
ever.
I love
Just
that.
because like she does things like, you know how people feel about Mark, like how he was such a creative person and that's why his dances were so good. I feel
And
like
why he won so many times.
yeah, I feel like Daniela is, I think she's even better because I think is more likable than Mark. Hot take.
Yeah. I mean, think about what she did with Jason last year.
I know. I think about what
It's
she's done with everyone. Think about what she did with Nelly, who
yeah.
started off so awkward and uncomfortable and made it to the finale.
I think she's made it to the finals or close every year since she's been on besides with Joseph. And she should have went further with Joseph.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Oh, I miss Joseph.
Anyway, the scores. So Carrie Ann gave them an 8, Derek a 7, and Bruno a 7. What did you think about that?
I'm so down with that, honestly. I think the 8 maybe was a little
generous,
over eager, but you know, I'm not mad at it. I loved that they showed his son when they asked him, like, who are you doing this for? And he's
that
like,
was cute.
My son is here. My son, Trey Howard. And then Katie Sherman goes, my name is Trey and I have a basketball game tomorrow. And then we found out that apparently someone was doing their research during this, during his like montage or dance, like his time slot. Apparently Dwight Howard has 20 pet snakes, which is just interesting. And then Haley Jean came in and said, well, he's got 21 if he unzips.
Oh my God, Haley Jean. I cannot stop.
But snakes aside, his son aside, I cannot wait. I love this partnership. I think it's going to be so great.
Yeah.
And I hope that I'm right.
It's electric.
Boogie oogie oogie.
Yeah, it really was so good. And then followed up by Eric and Britt. They had a cha-cha to old time rock and roll.
Boo. Boo this.
So he's another person who was asked to be on Dancing with the Stars 19 years ago, and that he should have said yes 19 years ago.
Yeah, but he had a scheduling conflict for like, what did he say, one day?
He said one day of filming, and he couldn't do it.
Okay.
Which is crazy. Whatever.
I also thought it was very, sorry, that's Stella. I thought it was very interesting that when he's talking about like his limitations because of his car accident, like, and this is no tea, no shade, but like that accident was very public because he was high on cocaine.
Oh.
And it's like, that's super unfortunate, and I'm so sad that you had a drug problem, but like, I don't.
Why'd you get behind the wheel of a car?
I
don't have sympathy
for you.
I have no sympathy for. I have no sympathy for when you are driving impaired.
Yeah.
Well, I do. Okay, I don't want you to suffer or anything like that, but like, come on, man.
We got to make better choices, people. And like, hey, he turned his life around. I think he has been through rehab. He was actually on Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew.
Oh, that's exciting.
Is it?
Well, that's like, I'm glad he did it.
I'm sure it's on his IMDb page.
No, it probably is. It's literally 800 miles long. And Julianne even said something about it last night. She's like, I'm exhausted just reading everything you've been in.
I don't care for him very much.
Me either.
Unfortunately. And I feel really bad because I think he did more than Reginald did. However, it wasn't.
He did not do it right. He did not do it right
Dude,
at all.
Homie needs to hit the Stairmaster because he couldn't walk down the stairs, dude. Like,
That he
what are we?
couldn't. I know, it was sad. He didn't even walk down the stairs on cue, like
Like,
on cue at all.
like that's the easiest part.
Oh, Eric, I feel so bad for Britt.
I feel, yeah, that's the real victim here.
I really am telling myself that lie, though, that she's like got a wedding to plan and it's going to be this huge people exclusive ABC aired wedding, and she's just going to be too busy with that with Daniel. And so she was just like, yeah, I want to get my check and bounce really quick. I'm telling myself that lie because I want a mirror ball for Britt too.
Me too. And I feel so bad, like, that I have this negative attitude towards
Me too.
Eric, because I don't like that. I don't like that I feel that way. It doesn't feel good to have the ick about someone because, like, they don't seem to be great, like, as a person. Like, it makes it hard to root for them. I don't think that he'll be around for a super long time because
No,
like,
he needs to go next week.
yeah, I agree. Because he doesn't have the same, like, charisma that Reginald has, like, for two of our older gentlemen. I think that he is much less likable than Reginald. And I don't think that the moves that he did, while there were more of them in the choreography, I don't think he executed them as well as Reginald did for the moves that he had.
Yeah, this was really hard to watch. Like Reginald's, I watched with a smile plastered to my face.
Agreed.
Seriously, even though I was really like, oh no, I want him to move more. Like I was still smiling, but with Eric, I was literally like, turn it off.
I was like, can this please end?
My eyes, it was so painful. It was really bad.
Yeah, it was a terrible time to have eyes, unfortunately.
But then again, I am so glad like they show up and they do it and they give it a shot.
Yes, I mean, absolutely. Put some respect on his name for like being an older man and putting in the work to come out here. And I mean, holy shit, could you imagine?
No.
Someone's like, hey, you're going to come do something you've never done before and we're going to show it on national television. Like, good luck. I would be pooping my pants.
Yeah, same. And he's 68. So like, that's no youngin'. But yeah, it was bad. So he got all fives. All fives from all three of the judges. So score 15. He had the lowest score of the night.
I feel like that's fair. Look, if you can't master walking down the steps of the stage, I think that, fives are probably pretty good.
But here's the homework. Here's the homework. Go watch Eric's dance again and notice that he got all fives. And then go watch Matt Walsh's dance and Iman Shumpert's night one dance and whoever else I said, Harry's night one dance. And you'll be like, why did they all get all fours?
Because the rubric must have changed.
I know, but you know what I mean. Like that was.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm
so with you.
And I'm so glad they didn't give all fours. But like this dance was beyond rough.
It was really painful.
But thanks for showing up, Eric. For effort.
I need you to look really quick. What did Allison's night one dance get last season?
She got fours too, but I think she got 1 5. Let me go look because I literally have it pulled up right here. Allison and Sasha got a 5. She got a total of 13. She got a 5 from Kirian, a 4 from Derek, and a 4 from Bruno.
Okay, that feels right though because that was like, and I love Allison as a person. She's cute. She was fun. Whatever. That week one dance last season was up there with Eric's dance last night.
Way bad.
And like the painful like cringe factor.
Yeah,
like you're watching it and you're just like, please let this end.
Yeah, please.
For
put
all
us all out of our misery. Thank you.
Please.
Then we had a little like intro of the troupe. They just showed us who the troupe was. That was like a quick little dance, and they were like, "Our troupe is back, woo!"
And they were wearing the Sean Spicer neon green.
They were. Never forget Sean. Okay, so then we had Phaedra and Val. They had a cha-cha to "I'm Every Woman" by Whitney Houston.
Great song. I feel like this Phaedra. Okay, we
kind of she's sneaky good.
Sneaky. Her traders she.
Oh, I love that. I knew you would love that intro to her.
The
dance.
Costuming. Oh, the nod to the traders. Fantastic. Love that. We talked about this last episode where we were like, I don't know that she will technically be the best, but I think that she will have the it factor. Like the vibes will be there, and she will be so fun to watch. And she proved it 1,000%. Like, I am so on board with these guys. Like, I thought she was so much better than I was expecting. She had it. She was feeling herself. She moved very well. She looked amazing. Costuming showed up and showed out for her.
Yeah, she looked so good.
And I actually watched her more than I watched Val, which
Yeah.
is shocking.
Yeah. I mean, I was really, really happy with how much she surprised me. I did not think she was going to be one of my favorites, and she was one of my favorites from last night. I also think Val choreographed perfectly for her. I think they have a great relationship. He knows that she is sassy, and he like is the perfect partner for her in this show. I love that she told him she could hear, but she wasn't listening to him. And so her arms were definitely loose to me. Like sometimes like her shoulders and arms were just kind of like flopping around a little bit, but her legs looked so good. They were on point. She had great form and technique. She was like making her mark out there with her legs. She looked so sexy. It was not an easy dance. He did not just like give her this easy little do around the floor. She really had to put in the work, and she performed it super well. She has performance quality like times 1,000. She's
Agreed.
meant for TV.
Absolutely.
She knows it too. Like she had the confidence immediately, and like that was the kind of things that like Alona was missing or Brooks was missing. It's like they have the look, but like Phaedra came with the look and the confidence.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see her through the season. I don't know how long she'll stick around just because.
Yeah, there's so many good people.
That, and I feel like reality TV stars, typically like the voting, like America's not typically as like.
Not the same demographic as Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Ride or die. Yeah. But I mean, people loved her on The Traitors, so I feel like that could help her a lot. So I'm excited to see where she goes, how far she goes. I think that she really surprised me in the best way.
Yeah, so she got a 7 from Carrie Ann, a 6 from Derek, and a 6 from Bruno. I was happy she got 1 7 to kind of set her apart a little bit. I would have been fine if it was an all 6 dance, but I was happy with her getting a 7.
See, I disagree. I think I would have been happier if it was 2 7s and a 6.
Okay.
Because of the performance value.
Yeah, like, I'm with you.
I think that when you, like, even if you make mistakes, if you're selling it, and she was selling it, then I think that, you know, gives you a little extra oomph.
Yeah, another 7 would have been good. You're right. It's just, again, I'm just forgetting how kind of wacky our scores were, but whatever.
Just because, like, when you compare Phaedra to, like, Anna and Brooks, we haven't gotten to her yet. Hold on. Hold your horses. I think that she was significantly better than both Brooks and Alona.
Right. That's true.
Also Anna, who we haven't gotten to yet. Madeline's just jumping the gun.
Well, it's funny because I can just see the scores here, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's why I'm annoyed. Okay. Speaking of jumping the gun, next up, Steven and Riley. They had a jive to Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. Eek. I love this so much. Oh, my
gosh. The fact that Riley choreographed in him taking off his glasses, like he said, I'm about to work. Y'all watch this. Like,
and because that's his thing, you know, he takes them off before he does the pommel horse.
Yes.
King.
He pommeled the shit out of that
this horse. Hell yeah, he did.
I thought that they were gonna like do a cover slowed down of this song because it's so damn fast, and they're doing a jive, so it's just like, well, good luck. It's going to be really damn hard. They did not. It was full speed. I could not believe how amazing it was. Their TikTok game also is amazing.
Oh, yeah. They're killing it. Riley is chef's kiss on this.
And she has, like, her fans ride or die for her. And there is, like, a whole hell of a lot of them. I think they're going to go really far. I predict them being in the finale. I could not. It was so full of content. She choreographed the shit out of this. I'm so excited that she has a partner who can, even like though it doesn't seem natural for him necessarily.
Yeah, you can tell. Like you can still tell it's not natural.
But he's working his little ass off.
I know.
And he is a contender. Like, I'm obsessed with this.
100%. I love that he's the first male gymnast to compete on the show. The jive, me and you talked about this last week. Like, that is such a hard dance to get night one. He's the only person who had a jive. He is the only person who didn't have who had, you know, this style of dance. I was, like, jumping up and down. I love this dance so much. The energy was through the roof. Okay, so the rehearsal footage that they were showing made it seem like this was not going to be good. Like I was, I was concerned. I was like, uh-oh, guys. Like, because I was kind of nervous. I was like, I was really thinking he was going to make it to the finale, and then I'm seeing these rehearsal videos, and then, but no, this man is like seriously top 4. I will die on that hill. Like, he will be in the finale. I don't know if he'll win, but I am obsessed with him. I would jump in front of a train for him. I would lay my life out on the line for him. As I think a lot of Americans would for what he did for us at the Olympics. But like, he is adorable. Riley's the perfect partner for him. And yeah, to the scoring, he got all 7s, which was the same as Joey. So like on that end, I feel like that's really fair. But then I'm like, but the energy he brought, like, I really thought it was going to get an 8, but I can really see that Steven has a lot of room for growth, and he's only going to get way better.
Agreed. And I think that because, like, having the jive week 1 is such a disadvantage, kind of, because, like, the thing that Carrie Ann said about, like, you have to point your toes, like, that's something that you kind of learn as the season progresses. And so, like, when you have this fast-ass jive, and you're worried about all this content, like, the last thing you're thinking is pointing your toes.
Right. And it kind of looked like some of the choreographed moves were not even toe point. Like, even sometimes Riley had, like, it's a lot more.
Well, because they're moving action at 1,000 miles per hour.
And you could definitely tell he, like, jumped the gun at the beginning. He was a little bit off at the beginning, but you could still see, like, the excitement. And then he got right back into speed.
Yeah. So I did kind of die when Carrie Ann did that, like, guttural screech, talking about pointing his toes. It was giving Julianne getting her butt
exorcism,
like, exercised. And then
she just goes there like for no reason.
I mean, I would get it more. Like, yes, there's a screen grab of him where he's doing like this high kick where his toes are definitely supposed to be pointed. And it's like flat foot McGee over here. It looks crazy.
Yeah.
But so I get where she's coming from, but like the scream was a little much, girly. It's week 1.
Yeah, it was a questionable scream. That's for sure.
I mean, definitely. But no, I think he's a shoo-in for the finale. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. How could you not vote for this man?
I know. And what a stark change it is for Riley, like from last season to this season. She has like one of the most pure, kind-hearted, like little nerd partner. It's just great. And he identifies as a nerd, so I'm not being mean when I say that.
No.
He they're perfect. It's amazing, and I think it's going to be something really special. So.
And I want to know how much they spent on this Rubik's Cube disco ball.
They went all out for him.
It was gigantic. Also, they gave all the judges a bedazzled Rubik's Cube.
That was cute.
Which was interesting. And also, I guess, some of the celebrities in the Skybox, because during their interview in the Skybox, I look in the back and Danny Amendola is holding a bedazzled Rubik's Cube.
He's like, I've been working on this.
He's like, damn, me and my 2 brain cells are really struggling over here. Just kidding. I love Danny. It was just so funny. Like, I was like, oh, Danny Amendola holding a bedazzled Rubik's Cube was not on my bingo card.
Not for tonight.
And speaking of the Skybox really quick before we get into the scores, Julianne asked this question. She goes, you took off your glasses, which is like what you do in the Olympics. And I didn't know where she was going to go with that question. And I straight up thought she was going to be like, so could you see? Or
yeah, seriously, ask her about like his level, like the levels in his eyes or whatever.
I know, but it does make me wonder, like, does our boy wear contacts? Like,
he doesn't, so that's his thing. Like, I think his glasses are seriously prescribed.
So he just like lives his best life when it's blurry.
Yeah, it's like that's his best focus time.
Like, you put blinders on a horse so they can focus. He just takes off his glasses so he can't see. He's Ray Charles to the bullshit.
I'd really love to know. Like, I'm serious. I'd love to know, because it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, but
Kent, the Clark Kent of it all.
He also, like, I feel like he has like a different personality. Like, once the glasses come off, he's like, all right, time for me to be a zaddy.
Hey, he also had a wink heard around the world.
He sure did, baby.
That was the loudest wink. that wink was loud, I'll tell you. Okay. The energy shift. Moving on.
Wait, his scores.
Oh, I'm sorry. All 7s. I thought we talked about it, but maybe we didn't. All 7s for Stephen and Riley.
21.
21. Okay. Last but certainly not least, Ezra and Anna. They had a Cha-Cha to Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter.
Banger. Certified song of the summer. I love this song so much. I was so sad that this is how it went. Yeah. I did die in the intro package when she was calling her full-on government-issued ankle monitor. She was like, yeah, my ankle bracelet. And I was like, okay. Bracelet. Okay, I want to be that level of Delulu. And I
she is.
She truly, I loved at the beginning when they did the reveal from the Anna Delvey shopping bag, and it was just bedazzled. They were a vision in sherbet velvet. Honestly, they looked great. She looked gorgeous. The dance wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was very uncomfortable. It felt like she absolutely hates it here. Like, because here's the deal. Like, and I know you haven't watched the show Inventing Anna, but like her whole like persona was that like she's too cool to be bothered. Like she was very aloof, very like you know, I'm better than this, you know, kind of thing. So that's why it was so shocking to me when she agreed to be on this show, because it does not fit her vibe at all. Which I feel like unfortunately is going to bite her in the butt, because I don't think, aside from her like, you know, being a convicted felon, I don't think people are going to care very much for the energy she's kind of putting out. The dance was fine. I think that it was a weekend dance. It was fine. It was very middle of the pack. There was no glaring like, wow, that was really bad. It was just kind of uncomfy because you can tell she's like not into it really.
Yeah, she knows nothing about the show. She doesn't really care about it, which is totally fine. But like, she doesn't really want to be there, and you can tell.
And it sucks because Ezra has this like infectious energy. And he did say, he was on someone's podcast, and I cannot remember, but I watched parts of it on TikTok where he's like talking about their relationship, and he's like, you know, she's just so dry and so like snarky, bitchy, like, but that's just her. And like, that's how she was like, that's her love language, I think. And she like isn't really interested in practicing. He was like trying to get her to smile during rehearsals. And she's like, I'll smile when I actually do it. And he's like, no,
you won't.
Which she did. So I was watching for the smile, and she did. She soft smiled. The soft smile was what I was hoping for in like all of my wedding photos, even though I look like a like donkey because I'm grinning so big.
Oh my God.
But no, she wasn't bad. It was very unnatural. But I just, Colleen Suzanne absolutely killed me. She said, if I was Ezra, I'd get in my car and cry.
Yeah. It was slow. It was stiff. I think if Anna Delvey heard us talking bad about her on our podcast, she would come and find us. Like, that's the energy she puts off. She's like, do not mess with me kind of energy. You know, I think, it was just like dull, I think, but also, and it does make me sad that like literally no one was cheering, and like,
I know that sucks.
And I'm with Carrie Ann, like, cheer for them. Cheer for them. Cheer for everyone who walks out here. You literally get to be in the audience. Just cheer for them. It doesn't matter. We all know she's not going to be around. She knows she's not going to be around for a while. She knows she's not going to win this thing. I think Ezra needs to get the questions from the skybox ahead of time to let her practice. You could tell there was times where he was like, answer, please God, let her answer the question well. Let her answer the question well. And I respect her honesty. I love how she gives us nothing. Like, she just does. It's like, okay, Anna, give us nothing. Like, she literally just walks out there and is like, okay, whatever.
And I will say that I respect the hell out of the fact that she is 1000% herself.
Yes.
She lives and dies by her personal brand, and I respect that. It may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I will say the judges seem scared of her.
Yeah, I would be too. I really would be. I would be.
But Carrie Ann killed me when she was like, you know, it doesn't matter what she did or didn't do. Like,
And I don't agree with it.
And I was like, Carrie Ann, please stop talking. Please. Like,
Ezra's face. Everyone go rewind and watch Ezra's face while Carrie Ann is talking. His eyes are the biggest eyes I've ever seen in my life.
Everyone was just like, please stop. Like, and she meant it well. Like, she wasn't being ugly.
No,
and,
she
like,
wasn't.
It was nice of her to say, but like, then she took it like a step further and started like to be like, you know, she may or may not have committed crime, and everyone was like, she went to prison, she was convicted, like she did. Like,
yeah, it's like, Carrie Ann, honey,
please, I'm gonna stop you right there, girl. So people commented, which you haven't seen the show, so you probably won't get these, but people who have seen the show who are listening, these are for you. I'm gonna try and do the accent. If it's really bad, just don't say anything, okay? So Emily Patterson made a comment and said, Carrie Ann gives critique. Anna, what are you wearing? You look poor. And then Shia Givens said, Ezra, it's time for practice. Anna, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for you.
Literally.
That's like the vibe that she's giving. Yeah. But so unapologetically that I have to respect it, honestly.
Oh yeah, I love it. I do love that level of not caring.
Yeah, I mean, I aspire to have just a titch of that level of not caring. I think it would make my life a lot easier.
Yeah.
But I don't think
kudos to Ezra.
Yes,
to Ezra.
I just don't think that her personality is going to bode well for her on this show,
no,
because it's a very feel-good show, and she's like not really about that. Like in the show, which again, TikTok's Ezra's killing it. They are wearing a shirt in one of them that is a direct quote from the show that says, "Do I look like a fucking people person to you?"
She's not.
No, 1,000% no, which is fine. But this show, you got to be a people person if you want to make it, I think.
Yeah, I'm with you. So she got all sixes, score of 18. Fair score for what she went out there and did.
Agreed. And I am really glad that we get to see her come back next week and do something else.
And hopefully, like, the energy shift won't be there. Like, the elephant in the room energy shift that Carrie Ann decided to call out. Like, hopefully that doesn't happen again.
Oh, my God. I think whatever happens next week, I believe, will be her swan song. I don't think that she's going to have the votes nor the scores to keep her around. But, hey, again, good on her for coming out here, especially being a controversial contestant, and just being like, I'm here. Let's do it, I guess. I
think Anna and Eric will go home next week at our double elimination.
And I am so at peace with that, so I hope that we have a week
I hope we're right.
That.
Yeah, I hope we're right. So next week is Oscars night. Next Tuesday, Oscars night, double elimination.
Ooh. I don't really know what that means.
I don't either. It's going to be weird.
Because Oscars are movies. So, like,
interesting. So maybe it'll be like maybe it'll be like notable scenes from movies, like Oscar-winning movies or something.
Or like Oscar-winning like soundtracks, maybe.
That would be really cool. I mean, but prepare to be disappointed, everyone.
If Rachel Live has anything to do with it.
Prepare to be disappointed.
And it's a double elimination. The Dancing with the Stars gods and goddesses said, all right, we'll grant you your week 1, no elimination. But week 2, 2 suckers are going home, baby.
Which, okay.
I'm down with that.
I'm down with that too. It's clear who needs to go, and like let's just hope that the ones that need to go. So
I know, but you know how it goes when
that's why we got to vote. We got to vote next week. So
yep, because votes. So everyone was asking, why are we voting this week if no one's going home? So the votes from this week and the votes from next week are going to be combined, plus the judges' scores from the first 2 weeks to decide who goes home. So vote. And yeah, I can't wait to see what next week holds. I hope it's an old Hollywood glamour kind of thing.
I hope so too.
I think Julianne and Alfonso and the judges are going to look chef's kiss gorgeous.
I hope so.
I imagine like tuxedos, ball gowns. I'm excited. I can't wait for the song list to come out so we can kind of see what to expect a little bit more.
Me too.
I'm just so happy we get to see everyone have a second chance.
Thank you, everyone, for listening tonight. I cannot wait to see y'all next week and record again. And hopefully we'll be able to get it out on time next week. We're going to do our best, but
Yes.
we're just doing our best out here. But we love you guys. Give us a listen, give us a review, give us a shout out, share it with your friends, and watch the show with somebody that you love. So I really don't want to, I was thinking about this all night last night because, sorry to be like kind of sad at the end, but my grandmother passed away a month ago, and her and I would always text during the show. And so it just kind of felt so sad a little bit last night, but also it made me just want to say, if you watch this show with someone in your life, text them, tell them you love them, and keep it up. Keep up the tradition because was a really special one for me. So I don't know. Sorry, I just really felt like I wanted to say that.
No, I love that. That's so pure.
Because I miss her so much, and it like moments like last night, you kind of remember like, oh, these are things I've done for so long with other people, and I don't know. This show is just so fun and special, and that's why we do this goofy little silly podcast. And so, anyway,
Dancing with the Stars, bringing people together across
yes.
generations for 33 seasons. Let us know what you guys thought. Who were your standouts? Who were your not so good folks?
Yeah.
Standouts for the wrong reasons. Let us know what you thought. Did you think the episode was great? Did you think it was lackluster? I am so excited to see what the rest of the season has in store, and we can't wait to talk about it with you guys.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.